Emory University right now continuing to urge people, including students, to shelter in place. The entire campus of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which is nearby, also on lockdown. Our John Miller spoke to his law enforcement sources and is now learning new details about the suspect and possible motive. CNN's Ryan Young is on the scene. Josh Campbell also standing by with more details. Ryan, what more are we learning about potential motive here?
Here, Jim, and we know that the news conference should start in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so, but we do have that new reporting from John Miller. I'm going to read this to make sure I get it correct. The law enforcement official tells John Miller that after speaking with family members, police are operating under the theory that the shooter either was sick or believed that he was sick and blamed the illness on the COVID vaccine. So you understand why he may have been targeting the CDC. That's information that we're getting. And we've also been told that people around that area believe they saw that gun being pointed toward that building. That goes along with the reporting that we had earlier. And of course, I told you about sources telling me we needed to be here around 4:50 because they believed someone was trying to attack the CDC. This person, of course, according to the folks who were outside the CVS, was standing there with what looked like a long rifle, dressed in black, firing toward that building. We have that video that you played at the top of this show where you can hear shot after shot, people saying they heard as many as 30 shots. We believe at that point, an officer, DeKalb County police officer, engaged with the shooter. That officer was shot. We know the suspect was taken down and killed. We're hoping to get more information about how this all played out. Now, that lockdown took place here. We saw hundreds of officers, both federal and local officers, and SWAT teams swarm into this area. It took an hour and a half for me to make it up the hill because the scene here is about a mile up the road. We walked up that way, and it's still pretty much on lockdown. On top of that, you could see the greater community here when it comes to students and parents and people who work in the restaurants and the businesses up there who are either trapped on one side or trying to get the loved ones who were calling them. That tweet that you talked about really stood out to all of us in terms of from the Emory campus talking about hide, run, fight. That was really a part of this process here. So as we worked that together, we knew from our federal and local law enforcement officials that they were taking this seriously. They had an active shooter. One of their own had been shot. And now within the next 15 minutes or so, part of this investigation will be revealed to us when they have this news conference. One other point I want to bring up, Jim, they did do a sweep of the buildings, and they were bringing additional SWAT officers in because you have a large campus like this, a beautiful area. You want to make sure there are no other pockets of people hiding or in need of help. We're not sure if anybody else was injured when these shots were being fired, but that's something that we're going to be trying to confirm in the next 20 minutes or so.
So many shots as we heard that audio.